Big talking point that seems to be gathering steam is the idea that there was a coup in the Democratic Party when Joe Biden stepped aside and suggested that Kamala be the nominee for president. This is a guy who's running Trump's campaign and is also famous for the John Kerry Swift boat smear.
Well, first and foremost, the way we view it, looking at it as, from where we are, I mean, this is nothing more than an attempted coup by the Democrat Party. They are actively engaged in an attempt, in my view, and a lot of people share this view, in deposing the President of the United States. Because look, you can't step down as a candidate for president because you're cognitively impaired while still being president. So, the two are linked.
Of course, he gets it completely wrong. Biden was not the one with cognitive issues. He's not talking about Hannibal Lecter at every available opportunity. He saw that he could actually help the rest of the ticket by getting someone else.
Right.
So,
to me, it's hilarious because it's like saying that a person isn't allowed to not run for president if they just choose to not to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is there? And I think it says something, deep seated about a person, that it's like there's no such thing as someone who would willfully accept not doing a power grab. That, like this idea that well, why would he ever turn down that power? Perhaps because he's trying to do what he felt is best for the country. And, to me, it's hilarious that they can't even fathom the idea that he would choose to do this. It has to be a coup.
Right.
Because there's no way that any human being, and certainly no white male, would ever choose to not hold that power and somehow cede it to another generation, a younger generation, and God forbid, a woman of color,
Gosh, yeah.
That would never happen. So it must be a coup.
That's right. And so here's another article from Fox News. Hugh Hewitt, he's also in the Washington Post sometimes. Morning Glory, the cover up the coup and Kamala. Here's Tom Cotton saying Joe Biden succumbed to a coup by Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, and Hollywood donors, ignoring millions of Democratic primary votes. Donald Trump took a bullet for democracy. Yeah, we still got questions about that. And Libs of TikTok, who's notorious for being wrong. The people who called us a threat to democracy for years just ran a coup against the sitting president. And this is actually my favorite, was Maureen Dowd in the New York Times in less than a month, going from Lord Almighty Joe, let it go, urging him to step down, to the Dems are delighted, but a coup is still a coup. So there's really no winning. And of course, here's the master at misinformation driving it home.
The presidency was taken away from Joe Biden. And I'm no Biden fan, but I'll tell you what, from a constitutional standpoint, from any standpoint you look at, they took the presidency away. And people were saying he lost after the debate. He couldn't win. Well, I don't know that that's true necessarily. But whether he could win or he couldn't win, he had the right to run. And they took it away. They said they're going to use the 25th Amendment. They're going to hit you hard. Either we can do it the nice. I know exactly, because I know a lot of people on the other side, believe it or not. And they said, we'll do it the nice way or we'll do it the hard way. And he said, all right. So they've really taken, what they've done is pretty incredible. And now I'm running against somebody else, and we're leading. We're leading. So I'm not complaining. I'm saying for a country with a constitution that we cherish this constitution. To have done it this way is pretty severe, pretty horrible. You would have thought they would have gone out to a vote. They would have had a primary system. They would have done something. But to just take it away from him like he was a child. And he's a very angry man right now, I can tell you that.
Rebutting a lot of these claims. The presidency was not taken away from Biden. He's still the president. 81 million people voted for Biden and Harris in 2020, specifically so that Harris could take over for Biden if he were to step aside as president. And there's nothing in the Constitution about how parties nominate their candidate, as much as Trump would like to evoke that. There's nothing at all about how primaries are supposed to be run in the Constitution. And voters do not decide the party nominees directly, delegates do. And so Harris needed 1,976 delegates, and she received 3,359.